Last time on the Curse of Strahd.
Well, tell me what happened. No, I'll do it.
Oh, go through my
Stuff.
notes because
Stuff happened.
we finally got to Argynvost
Argynvost
hold.
hold, and it was pretty disappointing,
Go elsewhere.
all things considered. So last time on Curse of Strahd, while exploring Argynvost Holt, you encounter the Revenant of Sir Godfrey Gilwyn. He tells you the history of the Order of the Silver Dragon and how they fought Strahd's army, and their leader, Lord Argynvost, was slain. In secret, he was a silver dragon, and his remains taken to Castle Ravenloft. The commander of the Order, Vladimir Hornsgaard, arose as a revenant filled with anger. He and his undead army marched to Castle Ravenloft, only to be told Strahd had been turned into a vampire. Believing this to be a fate worse than death, Commander Hornsgaard ordered that no harm would come to von Zarovich. When Strahd awakened from his slumber, so did the spirit of the fallen dragon. When they learned of the assault on Barovia, they pleaded with Hornsgaard to release them from their oath, but he refused, and they were banished from the manor. Sir Godfrey stayed behind, chained by the black razor vines because of his desire to harm Strahd. He believes you to be the heroes Argynvost has whispered about, and urges you to investigate the manor on his behalf. If you want a more detailed explanation to all that, you look in the summary, because there was a lot of history with that.
Or watch the previous episode.
After befriending the spirit of a small silver pseudo-dragon, finding 2 hidden silver rings, and procuring some face spider venom, you are confronted by several spectral knights who see you as intruders. That's where we go off. I had forgotten, Minerva. Your cannon disappeared. So you no longer have that unless you resummoned it after the long rest.
Yes, I gotta do because I'm gonna use
Short rest.
Short rest.
yeah, short rest. But it was I think Esmeralda said that fire wasn't so good and to switch to force.
Well, I might have thought if you want to keep with flamethrower, where you can during the short rest you can construct it to use the venom as a fuel source, like a flamethrower. Well, it is a flamethrower, but like as a ingredient in it. So if you use one of the vials of spider venom, it'll be effective against ghost.
Oh shoot, I didn't even think of that. All right, yes, that is what is happening.
Okay.
But so can I flavor it in that there was like 2 fuel chambers, like this is an add-on fuel chamber, so I can choose whether to use the ghost fire or the regular fire?
Well, rules is written, if you use the venom, it lasts for 10 minutes.
So it'll be a shot and it goes?
So you have to inject it, and for 10 minutes it'll have that property.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Or if you just want to use the pulse cannon, you can do that.
Yeah, and then just shoot scorching rays of venom.
Well, that's force damage, and as far as you know, that wasn't mentioned in the immunities for spirits.
Yeah, I think Esmeralda was like, force is a little bit better than fire.
Yeah.
Force prior to 2024 rules, where I think they got rid of everything, but there's like only like 4 or 5 creatures in the entire.
I bet ghosts
across the thing that is.
I bet ghosts still have some of that. Yeah. But anyway,
I think got rid of force damage immunities and resistances. I thought I looked it up.
I want to say I think the new ghosts don't have immunities from magic, but since Sam is a little late, Grude is taking a nap in the spider ballroom.
He
and
just
the
got
ghosts have
checkered
gotten
out.
weaker, right? The ghosts are slightly weaker.
Yes, instead of
right?
3 ghosts or 4 ghosts, I believe there's only 3. Nope, there's still 4.
Let me at him.
Okay. But if you remember, the pseudo-dragon led you up this hallway after drawing attention to the key you found, and as you approach these doorways, these spectral knights, wearing armor of the Order of the Silver Dragon, emerge from the floor, their spears raised, and they go, "Intruders in the manor! Protect Lord Argynvost!"
Argynvost?
Were we able to use our disguises, heavily air quoted, of so I believe we had 2 helmets, 2 shields, and 1 breastplate.
Yes.
And my pendant.
And a pendant.
So they don't immediately notice it, since you're not in full
Flash my pendant
uniform.
at them.
So if you want to talk to them, they have their weapons raised.
I believe we are welcome in the halls of this building, and I will take out the pendant and show it to them.
I'll hold up one of the shields. Yep, see? Look right here.
Minerva's wearing a helmet and says, "Here is what the rest of it's in the wash."
What's the cannon wearing? Do they all just attack the cannon?
They look confused for a moment. They see some of you wearing, like, partial armaments. But they are spirits. They're a little confused and, like, out of reality a little bit. But Vogelsuch, besides that symbol, you're not actually wearing anything resembling any of their pieces of armor. So they look at that pendant and go, "What is this prisoner doing wearing one of our emblems?"
Prisoner?
I assume that's... Another one goes, "I assume that's why you brought them here. Are they one of Strahd's men? Are they here to be interrogated?"
No, of course not.
Strahd's straw men? Yes, he's meant to go talk to General what was his name?
Argynvost.
General Argynvost. We're gonna go bring him to General Argynvost to get interrogated.
I have willingly given up and decided to defect.
One goes, "A defector. Give me a group deception check."
No group deception.
He is incredibly defective, yes.
Defective check.
24. There's also one sleeping nearby, and they will bring up the rear.
I'm naturally good at this, but I just did so bad.
The dice heard your acting, don't worry.
My helmet is on backwards.
I was expecting it to be glued on top of the cannon, honestly. 22 for me.
22. Those are good rolls, which is good. These spirits lower their weapon, and one of them goes, "A defector. Perhaps he can give us intel on Strahd's army, on his movements."
I have been sworn to talk only to Lord Argynvost with my information, as it is the safest person to communicate such things with.
There's one spirit, though, that's been quiet during this. He looks more distressed. And he goes, "Lord Argynvost fell in battle. I saw him. Von Zarlovich cut him down."
Are you sure you did not see one of his decoy imposters? His way to trick the enemy?
Another spirit kind of sides with you, Vogel. He goes, "No, we are at war with Strahd. He invaded the valley. His onslaughts are relentless. We lose more men every day."
Exactly why I wish to present my information. and have defected. May we pass?
You shall, when the spirits go, Lord Argynvost often resides at the beacon in the tower. Or is it... Was he slain? Was I killed in battle?
If you were killed in battles, surely you wouldn't be guarding this place with your lives.
We swore to protect Argynvost Holt with our lives.
Mm-hmm.
Did we
Did we
give it?
Protecting?
They're starting to look distressed again.
We are all doing a good job following our duties. I believe in you, fellow soldier, that you are still giving what life you have in this existence you're experiencing.
Yes.
Here's your natural one. That's how do you do, fellow soldiers?
Do you truly believe that Lord Argynvost could ever fall in battle?
Legend as he is.
Yes. Lord Argynvost is mighty. There would be impossible for the invaders to slay him. He's right and just. And a beacon of hope to all of Barovia.
Beacon at the beacon.
As are all of the men here. Combined, nobody could defeat you.
We protect Argynvost Holt with our lives.
There, you see? You're still protecting it, so you've still got lives.
And they start to sink once again into the floor, and they say the words, "From this to the end of days."
That was my favorite soap opera.
You recognize as the words etched on the silver rings.
Right.
Minerva's not gonna say anything until we leave this area and they can't hear us anymore, and would just kind of motion to let's just keep walking.
Yeah, just point at the door and just, good idea.
See one looking through the window, watching you. See where he goes.
Close the curtains.
Forever.
That is creepy.
You've picked up a traveler on the way home, and every time you go past the window, the ghost in the reflection, haunted mansion.
Eventually, he just isn't scary anymore, and you're like, oh hey.
Oh yeah, this place needed 3 heads of them outside, constantly singing.
So the little pseudo-dragon was looking a little distressed during that, but he returns to Vio's shoulder. Kind of nuzzles up against her cheek. Gives a little chime, a little puff of silvery mist comes out of his nostrils.
Yep, don't worry.
We're very good at acting.
Yes, we.
The theater.
Thoroughly impressed myself.
Well, I'm glad that they let your performance sneak by Vogelsuch, because I thought it was quite dreadful.
Irina goes, "Vogel, I think you're so bad at acting that you're the perfect actor." In some contradiction, sort of, in some contradictory sort of way.
There are some performances in which that seems to be the trend for everyone on stage.
Once more with feeling?
Oh, so good.
I'm thinking
Vogel will Vogel will turn around and open the door or unlock it if I need to.
It is locked. You can open it up.
Try the
But
key.
you have a key.
Yeah, key, yep. Esmeralda puts away her silvered sword. He goes, well, another battle averted. Why do you guys even... She says kind of playfully, it's like, why do you guys even bring me along?
Sometimes the silver tongue is more dangerous than a silvered sword.
I don't plan on licking any werewolves.
I myself don't have a tongue to speak of.
Then how are you speaking, Vogelsuch? I know it's probably just magic or
Don't ask.
something.
Don't ask. We probably don't want to know the answer to that.
Henrietta goes, you haven't seen underneath his mask that we have.
We had to do tooth checks back in Locky.
Esmeralda goes, like, whatever the case, this place is very much lacking in scarecrows.
Yes. Seems to be ghosts and other revenants. Maybe there'll be something behind this door that'll be a little bit more of what you're looking for, Vogelsuch.
Comes back out. Nothing in there. Seriously, I sure hope so. Though, I don't feel this is a waste otherwise. Process of elimination.
So,
if we find nothing.
tattered and faded drapes cover the windows of the circular room. An empty torch sconces line the walls. Broken bunk beds and armor stands are strewn on the floor. So there's a you can tell this was probably a sleeping quarters at some point, but it's been ruined.
Well, if there's been a key for this place, I'm gonna sure as heck investigate the heck out of it.
Okay.
As will I.
Give me an investigation check.
Let's ransack the ransacked room.
Natural 20. For a total of 20.
You're just looking for those backstory clues. They're here somewhere. I have to say, I have so much more energy than I did on Thursday. I have no idea why.
I don't know, maybe you just had a good nap or something.
Plus, I picked a little bit more livelier music. The other one was like super oppressive. Yeah, you look around the broken armaments. You do find a couple things. You find a small wooden coffer. There's probably a footlocker of some kind. And you also find a leather satchel, which seems to be kind of poor shape, like it's been through some stuff.
Open the leather satchel first, and I'll point out the footlocker while I'm doing that.
Okay.
1, 2.
You find.
I'll check. I'll check to make sure the thing isn't trapped or anything.
Footlocker.
Turns out the satchel has like a rune of fireball on it.
And not the
Footlocker's
satchel.
fine.
Yeah, give me an investigation check for the footlocker. But the satchel contains 2 vials of holy water and a book entitled The Oath Celestial.
I wonder what that's about.
I myself have holy water. If anybody else would like to hold on to these.
Minerva will take the other one.
Yeah, look at Sophia. I'll take the... What was the book called?
The Oath Celestial.
Sounds appropriately paladin-y.
Behind the scenes, this was supposed to be in the spider ballroom. That fell from a higher floor, but I just wanted to make sure you get it, so...
Gotcha.
Music's kind of loud, turned down a little bit.
thumb through it a little bit? Anything interesting? Anything that Vogelsuch would be interested in?
So it's in pretty bad shape. You can tell it's actually been slashed by a sword, and the pages are pretty ancient and crumbling. But it's it is a devotional text for knights from a place called the Holy Empire of Palestina. But one passage does stand out. Is marked in the book, which you take note of, which says, "Blessed morning, Lord, bringer of dawn, we honor those who have journeyed beyond into your kingdom of everlasting radiance. In your light, grant them peace from this until the end of days."
Joey, could you go into that, the journal entry, and then just do a text removal markup on it, because it's showing up black on on my dark background.
Oh,
the night mode on. Yeah, so it's like, because it's a WYSIWYG, so it retains things. Thank you, that fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, not everybody's using dark mode either, so.
And one of those light mode freaks.
Your eyes!
I know, I showed a screenshot to one of my other Discords, and they're like, how can you stand that? It's so bright. Actually, you don't like dark mode on Roll20. Doesn't format well.
It's a little... Yeah, it could be a little better, but it's enough for me. Anyway.
So I'm just... And so it's just written in, like, common, is what...
Oh, I did this super last minute. That's actually not in that book. There is another book. Just so you're not confused.
This page has been ripped out of one book and put into this other book.
Okay. Sorry once again. It is a poem marked Prayer of the Departed. Prayer for the Departed.
Prayer for the Departed.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
So we didn't find the Oath Celestial. We found Prayer for the Departed.
It was the book called The Oath Celestial.
Okay.
A poem titled Prayer for the Departed.
Gotcha.
Interesting. It has the same ending line as what the soldiers have been saying, as what's on your pendant.
Perhaps this is the only book they've had to read.
I wonder if the Silver Dragon is an extension of Morning Lord followers.
Your pendant actually doesn't have it. It's what was on the silver ring.
The rings.
Yeah.
Oh, the rings, yeah.
No other, that phrase hasn't appeared anywhere else on any of the armor or armaments or anything.
This is what the ghost said as well.
Yeah. But I might just be looking too far into things.
No, they always seem to have an oath of some kind, so maybe this poem is their oath.
I'll pocket the book, because books are worth 25 gold pieces.
Okay, so as for the footlocker.
And what kind of shoe is inside?
Big money.
You find 4 potions of greater healing.
Ooh.
It's obviously being stored there. Yep, 4. And that's it.
It's actually pretty good.
We're in the greater healing territory.
Oh yeah.
I feel scared.
One for each of us, I suppose. Are there any save points in this room? I feel like that would be a thing that would show up.
Any floating crystals?
Or a Moogle.
I don't know, but autosave icon shows up, so you know a boss fight's coming up.
Oh no, the background's lagging.
Yeah, dog's about to jump through the window.
We'll have to remember that Grude gets a potion of Great Roar healing.
You can put it in the shared inventory. Meantime.
Might be, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take mine for now.
Okay.
Potion of greater healing. And everybody else takes one.
But other than that, the room is in shambles.
Wonder why this was locked then? Perhaps just...
Habit.
You little dragon, what did you want me to find in here?
Turns his head to you.
I did not find much but this passage in the book.
You feel the emotion of annoyance.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I am not trying to be disparaging.
Irina goes, maybe you should apologize to him. You did smack him with your scythe.
Would that make him feel better?
Esmeralda chuckles. Goes, that's a pseudo-dragon. They love to be pampered. And if they sense you don't like them, they're not gonna be nice to you.
Nonsense, said while petting the dragon.
Hear a chime that's almost like purring. A quick glance around the hallway, though, does show the other door's locked, too. There's a lock on the other door.
Yes, I can see that the lock is definitely locked from within the lock hole.
I mean, we'll see when we get there, Vogelsuch. Let's just go actually test the door.
I didn't want you to miss it.
It's red on his mini-map.
Yeah. Just like the other.
Yeah, it's tattered bedroom, much like the other, but you feel the temperature drops drastically as you enter the room. The temperature plummets unnaturally beyond the threshold, your breath puffing out in small clouds of fog that linger momentarily before dissipating. A thin layer of frost dims the gray. Sorry, a thin layer of frost dims the gray light filtering through the cold, cracked windows, and a deep chill seems to pervade the room.
I sense a sort of temperature drop.
Maybe if
I
we
don't
don't
feel
talk
much.
about it, it won't affect anything. Let's pretend it's not happening.
I'll look up. Is there anything on the ceiling?
When you step up, you start looking around the room. You take a glance upwards when suddenly, 4 of the room's 5 windows abruptly slam open, and a cold wind howls through the room. Large letters begin to emerge in the frost on the still closed eastern window, each one meticulously and neatly formatted. And it spells out the words, "If you be servants of the devil, be gone."
Meticulously formatted in Comic Sans.
Now this
Note
is like
the kerning. Perfect.
this is like very neatly written. If you remember, Aramis wrote to you, and in the inn, the poltergeist.
I've never seen anybody writing cursive like this.
Yeah, but this one's like obviously much more fancy.
Somebody who has been heavily educated just threatened somebody else because, don't worry about us. We don't really work with devils.
Give me
As
a
such, we will not be going.
give me a persuasion check. $14. The words kind of You like another. The room coldens once again, and the words kind of refreeze onto the window. And it writes out, "How can I be of assistance?"
And Minerva's gonna look at Irina and be like, I'm honestly very excited about all these people looking to bringing down Strahd, alive and dead.
Also, this one actually wants to harm Strahd. Well, we obviously have a spirit situation on our hands. You can ask some questions.
No longer seems to have a body, though. I'm guessing.
Try the lantern or the mirror.
Oh, good point. Do a quick little scan around the room with the lantern.
You do not see anything with the lantern.
No. Well, we were.
We
What
can
were we looking for?
We can unfold the mirror and see if we could see who we're talking to.
True. So, while I'm getting that, first question, do you know where Argynvost is?
The person, not the place.
The words just simply say, no.
Clear and concise.
Ask Brother Merrick.
Did we hear that voice before, or that name before?
Yeah, Sir Godfrey said that he might have information about the Amber Temple.
Right, the guy in the church.
Yeah. It was a priest.
We're gonna have to find that guy, I guess.
The words kind of fade over, and he goes, he remains not in this realm. Prefers solitude. The words freeze over. He goes, read from his book.
Do we have his book?
Didn't you just get it?
Says read a prayer from his book to get his attention.
We may have that. Oh, I'm gonna ask Vio, could you show the prayer that we found? Is this the prayer?
I believe I'm the one who have it.
Yeah.
And I'll take it out.
The words, yes, appears.
The ghost can read.
Can you speak up a little bit, Mark?
The ghost can read. Yeah, the auto noise reduction doesn't like my...
Of course, the words appear.
patterns.
Of course I can read. I'm a clerk.
He is kind of writing himself as well, so...
But he says, of course I can read. I am a clerk.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
It's my day off.
Yep.
We even found that same writing on some rings earlier.
So the question asked was like where we can find Argynvost. I was told talk to Brother Merrick, or was it
Yes.
recite
to
the
Brother Merrick.
poem? Yeah. Recite the
And then
poem.
to get to Brother Merrick, we have to read the prayer from the book.
Do we need to read it here or anywhere else?
The words appear. I can show you the way.
Please do, Sir Clerk.
Yes, please.
Oh, mark it on your map.
First, I am a woman. Second, I am not a
Madam
knight.
Clerk. Dame Clerk.
Never even asked my name.
What was
We
your
were getting
name?
to that.
What was your name?
Oh, now you want to know.
I mean, honestly, that's a fair response. I'm very sorry.
And honestly, that is much sooner than I expected him to ask. He usually asks if you killed him.
Yeah, what's up with you, Vogelsuch?
I thought maybe they would also kill this person. Plus, we're talking to a ghost. It's like, if I can't kill I'm not going to be able to kill the ghost and get retribution from that. So,
Yeah.
process of elimination. I will ask, though, are you familiar with any revenants that have come from this place?
Hold on, I'm looking up the location.
Oh, now you need help with stuff. Okay, I see.
The cutscene's loading.
She says, on the floor above, in the gallery, he resides in stained glass.
This was the...
In the
Where?
church.
The upper level.
Wait, was this a response to my question?
No, she asked where you can. She said
Okay,
she
yeah.
can direct you to him. Basically, you go to the upper floor. It'll be the first door on the left, or the last door on the right, depending on which one you go to. Which stairs you take.
There's only one room we haven't been in.
Then I will ask my question again. Dame Madam Clerk, are you familiar with revenants coming from this place? Those with a vengeance?
She goes, "My name is Minadora."
That's not what I asked.
You did before.
Okay, so we're
No
there's
longer.
obviously a
It says,
thing going on.
"Not a dame. Not a dame. My name is Minadora.
Lady Minadora.
Not a lady."
Linadora.
Thank you.
Are you familiar with any revenants who have come from this place?
She says, "Many of the Knights of the Order became revenants centuries ago. You'll have to be more specific."
Have any of those been reborn into inanimate objects or effigies, such as strawmen?
Candelabras.
She says, "Brother Merrick possesses the stained glass window. I suppose some spirits could do the same."
Alright, this is obviously an AI hallucinating on us with our answers.
Welcome to Corneria.
When you asked if any have possessed anything.
Okay, yeah, fair. Okay. Then I guess we should pay a visit to the sanctum.
I'm sorry, you'll have to be more
Brother Merrick?
specific in your query.
Do I have thaumaturgy? I don't. I was gonna shut all the windows with slam them all shut.
It's like doing an old Infocom adventure game. I don't know that verb.
Exit room. I don't know what you mean. Leave room. I don't know what you mean.
Yes.
Minerva would like to ask a question.
Just to be clear, you asked have any of the spirits possessed anything. She gave an example of one of the spirits possessing something, so it's
Yep.
not unheard of
Okay.
that someone could do it. Yeah.
I get what you mean there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, well, that's been figured out. When were the Knights of the Order? How many years ago? Were they all like they are. How did they, when they became revenants, I guess when they all died? How long ago was that?
Nearly 400 years.
Were there ever any new members? Or was it all just the original who died 400 years ago?
There were no survivors.
Hard to recruit when there's no one left.
True, but it does give me pause to think. Vogelsuch, you might be 400 years old, but you only have memories for 2 weeks or so before we met you.
Yes. I wondered if I had been dormant this time? Or is it just a coincidence of revenants from another place?
Maybe you've died more than once.
That is possible.
That's
If
going to
you
be
were
a
to kill me
couple.
right now, do you think I would come back?
I'd rather not find out because we might have to wait a couple hundred years. And you've been very helpful until now, so I'd rather not wait a couple hundred years to see if you come back than to have you around now for sure.
I figured that your reasoning would be that I could then have to ask you if you were the one that killed me, and you would have to answer yes.
Are you saying that to the spirit?
No, I'm saying it to Minerva, so mostly jokingly, but is that Grude I hear coming up the hallway?
You hear like a tapping sound on the window, like she's waiting impatiently.
Hey, Grude, you woke up from your nap, I see.
Yeah, whoa. It's a sleepy castle. Well, what's going on? Heard you talking to maybe some sort of window ghost?
Yeah, pretty much.
Window ghost.
This ghost does not like being called window
It's
ghost.
like, oh, I love those. Is this one of
I've
the?
already...
Is this one from a Van Richten too?
Is this the mom?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I admittedly have already forgotten her name.
So, to catch up a little bit, they were able to talk themselves past the spectral warriors. They found a prayer book, some holy water, and some potions in that room. When they entered this room, there was some sort of spirit communicating through writing words on the wall.
By the way, add a potion of greater healing to your inventory.
Will do.
I will take it out of the
I'm very proud of you for talking your way through things.
Yes, we told them that you would come up the rear and that you would be a better meal. And then,
Classic 3 Billy Goats gruff, huh?
yeah. It's a good route.
Let's say. Here's a question. Is there anything else you think we should know?
And just in general?
I guess anything in this hold that we should keep an eye out for. Anything you might know that could help us against Strahd.
What type of answers did you guys all get in questions? Would you all?
Apparently, there's a monk that's haunting another window, stained glass one, and we're gonna go check that out in a minute.
Upstairs.
Cool. Because we already know, like, there's that sword the sword of the sun, and like do we know where to get that?
Yeah, at the that bronze temple that nobody seems to like.
Amber Temple.
Same color.
When you asked if there's anything you should know, like any you should know against you fight against Strahd, she writes, Lord Argynvost would surely know more. Commune with him.
Right. And to do that, we have to talk to the monk who might know where he is. Right?
More or less. You kind of know where he liked to hang out, so.
Right. So, thank you. You can move on soon if you can.
As long as von Zarovich lives, we're cursed to roam this manor.
Alright. Well, hopefully that changes soon. Thank you.
Or until Hornsgaard releases us.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So, let's go find the brother, I guess?
I believe so.
Yes.
Someone else take the reins. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Alright, where to next?
Well, there's only a single room we haven't gone into, right?
On this floor, yeah.
I believe that's where we're headed.
No, she said it was on the upper floor.
Oh, right, there is a third floor.
There's at least one more floor of this place.
But I mean, just we'll head to the room we haven't been to yet before we leave.
It's right it's right in front of the stairs anyway.
Perfect.
You're very thorough.
We're really be going out of our way not to go up it.
You never know what we're gonna miss.
Oops.
Alright, walking over.
Contents of this room are draped in cobwebs. Between curtained windows stands a black marble hearth with a sculpted mantelpiece, along which hangs a framed portrait of a handsome, well-dressed man with a wry smile and a thick mane of thistledown hair. Opposite the fireplace is a large bed with a rotting mattress and wooden posts carved to resemble dragons. Across from the double door stands a tall wardrobe, its doors hanging open, revealing a dark and empty cavity. The only other piece of furniture is a overstuffed leather chair that faces the hearth. As you enter this room, the pseudo-dragon kind of floats up next to the portrait, and you feel the emotion of sadness and longing.
So this must be Argynvost.
Guess so. No. I wasn't expecting him to be the type to put a portrait of himself in his own bedroom.
But look at him, he's so handsome.
Yeah,
A mane of
Maybe-
thistledown hair. What do you think that looks like?
I have no idea, actually.
Thistledown hair.
Oh, like the down from thistle? Like, that's kind of like...
Really coiffed or something, like...
Yeah.
I mean, apparently this is a character from a show I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. Where it's like just very big.
Very lord-like. He was obviously a man of like stature and wealth.
I think thistledown basically refers to like fluffy looking hair.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say, like, it's
poofy.
puffed up, yeah.
But it's a silver mane of hair.
Or stuff like that. I think the word coiffure.
What if the human form had a mohawk too?
We must all look
I mean,
more like
would
dragons.
work.
Must all have the royal hairstyle.
The a mohawk.
Culturally insensitive, I admit.
But we must do what we must
But
do.
we
and that is-
must do what we must.
We've never cared before, we never care again.
We're English, we don't care. Sorry. Yes.
Sorry.
The dragon will,
Very
now be
accurate.
dragon will now be played by Mr. T.
Instead of chiming, it says chain.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a lord's bedroom, but there's obviously the portrait here.
I feel like it's like Lord for the area. Like it's just not a very resource rich or very like rich area for stuff. Because even getting those sculpted bedposts and everything, that would require a lot to get.
You've gotten the impression that Lord Argynvost came from a distant, like another land, not another realm, but just like another part of the world. Who's a man of wealth.
Yeah. I'd have assumed that the entire paladin group came from a different world.
Not a different world, but this is way before Barovia was in the mist, so it was just another part of whatever world Barovia came from. But yeah, I think that's all the.
And
Doors
nothing
in
of
this
interest
one.
in here? Okay. Up to 3.
I will say this is quite the history lesson.
Take notes beyond the test.
It's much more interesting when history comes alive like this, or undead, anyways.
Is that a swipe at me?
No, just how it's everyone is dead everywhere.
Yes, everyone everywhere is dead.
Get the next page set up.
Uh-oh, 3rd floor gets its own page.
Oh no.
There's that loading screen again.
And that Dragon Quest loading noise. Chick chook and cheek chook chick chook. Whatever for stairwells.
Oh
I
yeah.
was trying to think of what the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 soundtrack was
It's
for
the
loading,
Resident Evil stair loading animations loading the next
Yeah.
frame.
I miss those.
Yeah, bring back loading screens. Doesn't feel right in Spider-Man when he can go across New York in a split second. Before it took 30 seconds to load a room.
I was Sam or Steph were suggesting that I play the Spider-Man one for PlayStation or PlayStation 1 Spider-Man, and
It's a great game.
their way to get rid of like how far away they can render and stuff. The entire city is covered with like
Fog.
a huge amount of fog up to like the 8th story.
What's what they did with Silent
I used to
Hill?
render. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Silent Hill.
Yeah, that was inventive because they took the limitations that they had and added it to the story.
Yeah.
Just like Grim Fandango, such good character designs, but it's based off of like the toys.
I mean, some games
nice
like
that-
Turok had to do that, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silent Hill did it as part of the story, and that's why when they did that really bad port, they got rid of the fog, and like
No.
it like ruins the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Not the
Oh,
new
yeah,
one.
I remember
Not the new one that came out. The one that came out years and years ago.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah.
a person modded it back to put it back in because that's literally the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it completely ruined the sense of dread and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Art
even
direction is important, people. Art direction.
well, because even in this game with Barovia, with the clouds and the like everywhere, and like having that rock being so big we can't even see it through the clouds, just makes it so much more impressive than that's just like. if
I
you could
almost
see it, right?
I almost put a layer of fog over a lot of stuff in this game, but animated GIFs tend to, like, a transparent stuff like that tends to mess up a lot, so I don't do it very often anymore.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. Right, but you were in a hallway. It's 2 doors to the north and 1 to the south.
Is
Which
the
one
debris
will-
in front of us, like, passable?
With some effort, I would say so, yeah. There's no reason to block you.
Okay. Should probably check the first, one in front of us, though.
Well, which room was where we told the stained glass was in?
She would have
So I
told
know you
you
said
it's this one here.
Yeah.
But if you want to go
I
explore other
say
places
we
too.
check that first. But lead the way. You're all in front of me.
Well, I think we should check off on our way there.
Very well. Into the door.
So the door to the north closest to us.
Okay.
The first one to go in.
again.
Is it locked?
It's not.
Then I will go through it.
Okay, sorry.
More
Okay.
loading.
Well, like I said, I have to check 2 sources, so I just have to make sure. Some stuff.
That's why you should just wing it. Like you were telling me before the game. Just wing it.
But you can see the door icons, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Usually lock
I
ones.
mean, for the ones that aren't cut off by the fog of war, but yeah, we can tell me.
Usually
where they
lock
are.
ones you can see.
Yeah, or you can see the little icons for whether or not it's open or closed.
Through the dust and cobwebs, you see faded war banners adorning the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above the table, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs with wood-carved dragons perched atop them. Slumped... okay, it's not that. Yep, so there's nothing in here, you just see empty chairs.
Well, I guess.
Oh no, there's some more. I'm sorry. An inscription appears to be carved into the wood around the circumference of the table.
I would like to investigate that.
Okay. Seems to be some kind of oath. I solemnly vow to uphold the virtues of the Order of the Silver Dragon, with honor as my shield and truth as my guide. In the shadow of evil, I shall be the light. In the face of despair, the beacon of hope. No challenge shall shake my resolve, no defeat shall quell my heart. With sword and spirit, I shall stand against darkness and forge a brighter dawn. So I do swear, in the name of the Silver Dragon, from this to the end of my days.
Do you think the chef carved that?
Mm-hmm. They must have had quite some artisans working with them. Have all these sculptings.
And Marina goes, I don't think this was a dining room.
Oh.
You think it's a war room?
Could be.
There is another door in this room.
To the right.
To the right, to the left, and the right. Right here, right here.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so hard to see.
Yeah, because some of the door icons are little tiny things.
Yeah, it's the double
All that
door
is-
ones that are smaller for some reason.
Because they got 2 of them there.
Minerva's gonna follow Vogelsuch into that room so he doesn't walk into like a spear or something.
There would do me no harm.
Um,
Walking around as I'm looking at everything.
Light enters this circular room through 5 cracked windows. The light falls on a large, dust-covered bed in the center of the room, its post topped with wood-carved dragons. And an old portrait hangs on the wall above the bed. There's also these stuffed animals. Taxidermied animals are also not here. This version.
Go to the bed. See if there's any other chests, footlockers.
Minerva will
About
also
ceiling.
do an investigation.
Yep. This room differs a little bit in the guide. There is no, even though it's on the map, there is no chest in this room.
Okay, fine.
But the portrait does stand out to you, though.
What does it look like the Lord from the other portrait, or does it look like, if not directly him, like could be related to him?
It does
And
not.
how handsome.
What's that for you? Just I don't know if you can tell, because the portrait, its once vibrant canvas, faded and tearing, depicts two men in fine clothes standing side by side. Gleaming long swords hang from their hips, and their gloved hands are tightly clasped together. One man is tall and silver-haired, and the other dark-haired and stocky. But both of their faces are featureless, bearing only smoothed, unblemished skin. It's almost like their faces have been, like, Vaselined out.
Oh. Yeah. I wonder who was here. Seems like they were roommates.
But
Just one bed.
Minerva, with that investigation check. Well, that's investigation. If anyone wants to look at it further, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I don't know where my guy is, the Grude character, but I am here in spirit.
Oh,
I think you're underneath the cannon.
Yeah.
did I copy you over?
Before you moved us, he was underneath the cannon. So, whoopsies.
Did I accidentally delete last time too?
No, it's just like it seemed like I was on a new layer, maybe, or turned off, turned on.
There.
There I am. Hello.
And now Esmeralda's gone.
There's an Esmeralda all the way down to the bottom right.
Oh yeah, I see her.
And something else way up to the top that I can do. I don't
She
know
got
if I'm
bored and
supposed
left
to-
the party.
Yeah, where's Esmeralda?
All the way. Let's see there. There's one down way at the bottom right of the map. If you do Control A, it'll highlight everything that's on our layer or that are.
You know what? I
I
think
guess.
we might be seeing some sync issues because I don't see another
That could be
Esmeralda.
right.
It's fine. We have a new one now.
Yeah,
A better one.
Yeah.
they're in the black void anyway. So
New voice actor and everything.
And no one really notices.
You can reload the page, may help.
Okay.
Okay, perception check. Minerva.
19?
Or Minerva.
Minerva with a 19. You notice that the taller man with the silver hair, his build resembles Lord Godfrey.
And oh, so if we can figure out who this other person is, maybe we could. Because I feel like they said that they're here until Strahd is gone, dead, or until Lord Godfrey frees them.
Lord Commander Hornsgaard.
Hornsgaard, okay.
He was
Who's
the one
different
that
from
we were
Godfrey?
told not to fight, right?
And he's very adamant that he is not going to do that, from what they say.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's the reason why the Revenants were expelled from the manor.
All right. Maybe we could ask him about this portrait later. Although I feel like that could be sensitive subject matter.
let's not be ones to pry.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we could ask him if we could reunite them. Something. All their lives seem pretty terrible. So if we could do one good thing to maybe lighten it a bit, maybe that's it.
We'll be back in just 2 seconds. Hold on.
1, 2.
Honestly, this is good. My roll 20 is like freaking out.
Refresh.
It's not even letting me refresh, so I'm gonna have to turn it off and turn it back on
Yeah,
again.
it's probably JavaScript failed and it's messing up your page. Infinite loop, something like that. Web
Yeah, let's close the
development
browser and open
fun.
that up.
No, her browser
Yes.
isn't even opening.
Really giving me a hard time here.
What's
It's her
happening?
whole Google Chrome's messing
Oh, my
up.
roll 20 is messing up.
Waiting to respond.
I can't even turn off the page. Exciting.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like force quit.
Is that roll 20 or is that just your browser messing up?
It seems like it's the browser. Oh wait, okay. It's like smartened up.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually happens when it's trying to run something and it's just taking longer than necessary and everything is.
Sometimes roll 20 just runs horrible for me, even though I have pretty good internet.
It's a complicated web browser app.
Yeah.
There can also be other things in the background that are just hogging memory.
Yeah.
It was like the because I have a bunch of things I can wild shape into. That menu just kept flashing up.
Yeah, I saw a monkey, a gator.
Yeah, a flash up on my thing.
Some hideous goblin creature.
Who knows what that is, but yeah. All right, we're good though.
Yeah. But yeah, you think this man, his build, his armor resembles Sir Godfrey. Sir Godfrey.
Okay.
I guess we move on to the next room.
Lead the way.
It's to the right. Left. We can go to the left.
Yeah, there's one right here. Might be easier than going over the debris. Oh, never mind.
This must have been the pantry. I still think this could have been the dining room at one point.
The war pantry.
Need snacks while planning.
I pity whoever whoever the service was around here if they have to carry the food up 2 flights of stairs.
There's probably a dumb
Spiral
waiter on
staircase too. This dusty closet has a slender window set to the north wall. The room is otherwise empty.
Alright. Over the debris we go.
Yes, here we go.
Watch out for rusty nails.
There's a
Ride this shield down the other side of the debris.
there's one right here, and you notice as you go by, the hallway leads down.
Minerva, wait, what? Oh no, sorry, that's her player icon on the bottom left that was just looked like it was revealed because it was right in with the hallway. Never mind.
I don't see any of that. It's all empty for me.
No, it's the player icon on the
okay, yeah.
our avatars. Hers was right in the middle of the thing at the bottom of where it was revealed, so I thought it was still Minerva.
But there's a hallway and then 2 doors.
I guess finish up these rooms as we're heading to the
3 doors technically, but
class.
that's another staircase. You can tell.
Head north.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Seems like there's more to the
staircase also
store.
goes up. Jeez, this is a tall building. 4 floors.
It is a Holt.
And there's either another floor or it could be like a
Spire.
a bell tower or something.
You can tell from the outside.
Yell Tower. Not Grude. Sharp Tooth Base Rates. Yell Tower.
You can tell when you're
Straightened
looking
out.
when you're looking outside that there's 3 floors. This building.
roof access?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Hidden attic.
Look around this room.
Okay. This is a big one. This room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. 3 narrow windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and a torn padded chair lying on its side near a cavernous hearth. A picture above the mantel has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An open door set to the south corner of the west wall hangs open on one hinge.
Look in the closet.
Just keep.
It's right here. The walls of this room are lined with lead. Empty chests and shattered vases lie strewn upon the floor, their contents plundered.
Somebody wanted to keep something secret in here. Scrying eyes. Telepathy.
As you walk into the room, you hear the soft flapping sound of wings, but can't discern its origin. A single piece of parchment blows off the top of the bookshelf, spirals lazily in the air, and lands gently at your feet.
Take a look at it. Pick it up. Take a look at it.
Okay. Appears to be a journal entry. From Vogelsuch. No. It reads, "My knights have fallen, and this land is lost. The armies of my enemy will no longer be stopped by sword or spell, claw or fang. Today I will die, not avenging those who have fallen, but defending that which I love, this valley, this home, and the ideals of the Order of the Silver Dragon. The evil surrounds me. The time has come to throw off this guise and show these heathens my true fearsome form. Let it spark terror in their hearts. Let them tell stories of dark triumph against the protector of these Balatok mountains. Let Argynvost be remembered as a dragon of honor and valor. I do not fear death. I have laid down my trappings beneath the tower's watchful gaze, so that others may carry my legacy in my stead. Though my body will die, my spirit will live on where the oath and fire of the silver dragon survive. Let it serve as a beacon of light against the darkness. Let it bring hope Let it bring hope to a land fraught with despair. Now to battle. Signed, A." A what? A what?
I can only assume the A is for Argynvost. Although it's not. Doesn't have to be.
So I agree with that. And so he was a literal dragon, a probably literal silver dragon.
That does seem to be what it's
Battle.
hinting at.
I look around the room because you said I heard fluttering of wings.
Oh, that was the paper falling to the ground.
Oh, okay, all right. The little birdie told me something. The sooner we find him, the sooner we can, well, ask him some questions.
Well, let's go ask that person we keep being pointed towards.
There's one more door over here.
Oh, okay.
If we're going to be thorough.
I'll describe I'll describe the picture too. the painting that's been slashed. The picture shows the mansion in better days, under clear winter skies with snow-capped mountains in the background. The top of the chapel tower glows like a silver beacon. Perhaps the first image of Barovia you've seen that isn't shrouded in fog and clouds.
Seemed quite lovely here.
At one point. I'll go over to the other doors in this room and open those up.
Okay. Seconds. Are you looking more doors? Let's move it on. Rich drapes, faded by time and neglect, hide the windows of this otherwise empty room.
Step in. Look at the
Also,
ceiling.
several empty stone shells dot the walls between the windows.
I guess they didn't have enough here to fill all of the bedrooms.
That just adds to the emptiness.
I wonder if nothing was ever put here or if stuff was taken away.
Has been centuries.
Well, I'm just gonna look just in case, and so just a quick investigation check. With my 4. Just like look and then just like turn around immediately.
This empty room feels very empty.
Jeez, it's so empty in here.
It's probably the emptiest room you've ever seen in your life.
I've never seen a room with less things in it.
Even though there's something in here, it's still so empty.
I can't believe I went into something that was
It wasted my time just being there.
Now, I feel empty for having been in that room.
The emptiness is...
Man, I'm happy I didn't go in there. Sounds awful.
Let's lock it up. Let's go. I'm done with this.
Yeah, let's lock the door. Nobody should go in this room ever again.
Alright, we have unlocking powers, which means we have locking powers. We could just be locking things.
I know I showed the stairway, but this stairway does lead up.
Yeah.
I might have thought it was just another way to get down, but no, it leads up.
You can tell because the smaller...
Yep.
Yeah, the way that the stairs overlap.
They get bigger, yes.
But
They get bigger and they're overlapping as they get bigger.
But this is the room right here.
With brother.
Brother Stainless.
Let's take a look. And kick down the door.
Crash.
Whoa, what was that? Hey guys, what are you doing out here? What?
Thought we were playing Munchkin.
What?
Card game?
You kick down the door in the game. Either kick the door or loot the room.
This room has dark wood paneling on the walls that rise to the height of 3 feet. Above the paneling, the walls are painted with murals of religious figures performing holy rites. In the center of the west wall, a tattered curtain is hanging in an open doorway. 3 tall, slender stained glass windows set into the opposite wall depict figures in white robes with orange sunrises beneath their heads. The left and right windows depict 2 humans, an older man and a younger woman, kneeling in supplication, while the central window depicts a handsome male angel descending from the heavens between them. The man watches with reverent eyes as the angel bestows a small silver statuette upon the woman, whose eyes are closed in evident prayer. The statuette appears to glow with the same sunlight that encircles the angel's head.
Does that angel, by any chance, look anything like the abbot?
You kind of get up close, look at the features, and it does bear an uncanny resemblance to the abbot.
I don't know. It could just be generic handsome face. We don't know.
I believe this is where we need to recite the poem. Take out the book and look at the Prayer of the Departed.
The small statuette also resembles what you saw in the vision when you performed the seance.
So I'm going
Oh, it was
to...
a thing we needed.
Yeah. When you do enter the room, though, the pseudo dragon, which I don't think I copied, but he's here. He breathes silver fire upon two ancient torches flanking the stained glass windows, setting them alight with cold silver flames that bathe the room in a chill, ethereal light.
Oh, thank you for that.
Thanks, dude.
You feel satisfaction in your mind.
I mean, it's daylight out and we are looking at 3 windows.
Vogel, you're not helping yourself.
I take out the book found earlier, and I will read the passage.
Okay.
Blessed morning, Lord, bringer of dawn, we honor those who have journeyed beyond into your kingdom of everlasting radiance. In your light, grant them peace from this until the end of days.
Irina
Nothing
goes. Irina goes. That was good job, Vogelsuch. I enjoyed that. The figure in the left stained glass window begins to stir, hues of orange and azure tracing the lines of its form. The man's arms arise, and the glass of his fingers seem to flex and twitch within the confines of the window. He slowly raises to his feet, his gaze turning to meet yours with a quiet, somber solemnity. That's probably a better way to say that. When the stained glass man speaks, his voice is distant and echoing, and the window's glass seem to rattle and tremble in renaissance. You hear a voice say, "This husk is as cold as I recall," he murmurs. "Why do you fill its broken halls with benedictions it forsook?" The stained glass.
Thought he was talking about Vogelsuch for a second there.
I also thought that.
Oh, we have questions that it
And
seems
that
only
was simply an awful rendition of the prayer. Just awful.
I am here to recite it, not orate it.
Sorry about that. He's lacking in passion, apart from finding out who killed him.
That's a lot to take in. But you
He
called
came
me.
here.
What can I do for you?
Of things. Yeah, I looked at my notes. I'm like, what do we specifically want with him?
We've got a few questions about some things we're trying to figure out about. I guess we'll start with the simplest. Do you know where we can find Argynvost?
Oh. Sorry, I just skipped ahead real quick. Didn't mean to.
No worries.
He says, "Or let the soul of Lord Argynvost rest." Yes.
No, I think he really wants us maybe to meet him because we're planning some big things here. Things he might appreciate.
I think he's rested enough. Can awaken from his slumber for a mere few minutes to talk with us?
What are your intentions with Lord Argynvost? That you disturb his rest?
We are allied against the same enemy.
I'm curious who that enemy might be.
People refer to him as the devil here. Trying to avoid the name specifically.
I don't think they have that taboo here, Vio.
Okay, fine,
Marina
Strahd.
says.
I'm more worried about him scrying us.
You hear a faint chuckle. Do you hope to march against Strahd von Zarovich? Is that it?
Not so much march. That would involve him seeing us coming.
I've seen better men try and fail and die. So what?
But yes, but I also am no man. So,
I too am no man, technically speaking.
Yes, and we shall agree with that because none of us wish to find out. Honestly, it's more necessity because he's awake again and he's just making things worse and worse.
You wish to deliver us from this hell that von Zarovich has brought.
That too, yes.
He starts laughing. He goes, "It is a foolish endeavor."
Sounds easier than the other way from what we've been told.
There's no escape from this torment. The hell he wrought.
That sounds like the words of a quitter.
Kind of lowers his head.
I
No.
understand that you have seen many a friend, companion, and yourself even die at his hands. So I don't distrust your despair.
Commander Hornsgaard among them. They say he marched upon the castle, bent on Strahd's demise, but yet they all returned, never seeing any battle. Said a fortune teller turned them away. And here we are. So, tell me if the best of us did not even attempt to slay our enemy. Then what? Then why should I believe you could?
Because perhaps maybe even the same, well, probably not actually the same. It was probably like her grandmother or something. But we have our own fortune teller up our sleeves, giving us a little bit more encouragement than the one you just talked about.
A relative of a descendant of Madame Ava.
Wow, it's actually the same person. I didn't expect that.
It could be a family name. But yes, she referred to us as his enemies, and seems to believe that with enough preparation, we may be able to do something about it.
How do you believe you would fight Strahd? What powers do you have? What weapons?
Well, there's one we're looking for in another place we've been told you may know about. Behind some amber doors. As Sword of Light or Flame.
Sword of Light. An amber door. And the stained glass eyes widen. He goes, could it be the Bright Blade?
Could be. Nobody seems to know about it.
If legends talk of it,
He said,
perhaps it is.
Strahd von Zarovich never wielded it against us, but we heard a sword that was inherited by his family that glowed with the light of the sun.
It was his brother's sword.
Yes. Yes. King Barov II handed it down to Strahd's brother. To the Amber Doors. There was such evil in that place. I do not wish to speak of it.
No one does, but anytime we do, they say you might know more than them.
Scandalous rumors. Just because I am knowledge doesn't mean I partake in the dark powers of that place.
What dark powers?
I admit I don't know much about the Amber Temple, but I know it lies on Mount Baratok to the south. Sorry, Baratok Mountains and Mount Gakis. He goes, I know terrible evils are housed there.
I guess it's the other way around than usual then. A bunch of dark powers are hiding something very good.
I don't know how the Bright Blade or... Did you tell him the name, like the Sun Sword?
I don't think we knew it.
Yeah.
We just know it by a description.
Well, you heard it be called as the Sun Sword. He's calling it the Bright Blade.
Bright Blade.
Yeah, he says, I don't know how the Bright Blade came to that dark place. But if that's where it's being held, then you're better just to forget it.
It's on our list of things that'll make things a lot easier. There's also this. Vio fishes out the amulet that he ended up getting.
Amulet of Ravenkind. He goes,
I mean, it's for the morning lord, so they might like it.
yeah. Oh, what was the name of that? It was
The holy symbol of Ravenkind.
yeah, but it had a name before that. Did you... I think it was called Amulet of the Morning Lord, or like Sigil of the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
He goes, that is quite a powerful relic of the Morning Lord. How did you come in its possession? Are you a follower?
I've never really been that religious. I was in the possession of some werewolves. Before that, a couple of ravens.
Werewolves. I truly have been gone a long time. How Barovia must have changed. He kind of glances around. He goes, which figure did I possess? I can never tell which one.
Is there a caption or anything?
There's not, actually.
I take out a small mirror that I have, so we don't have to take out the weird ghost ethereal mirror. And I'll hold it up. You look like this one.
He goes, I was Saint Andrel this time. Oh, look at the scowl I have upon my face. He is quite irritated. He chuckles, as he believes he should be.
As someone who has possessed a window, I have questions.
Goes, well, this scene, depicts the angel Ithuriel granting Saint Markovia knighthood. Or, priesthood. Sainthood. One of those three. Sainthood.
I don't know. I've been dead forever. Who knows? Might have changed.
Depicts her anointment as a prophet of the Morning Lord, in which the angel Ithuriel placed a shard of his divinity in an icon he bestowed upon her. Put that name here. Of course, Saint Andrew believed it should be him, having founded the Church of the Morning Lord here in the valley. But it was Saint Markovia that was bestowed such an honor. Oh, he says, Saint Andrew's the one that bestowed the crown of Old Zerovia upon King Baroff van Zanovich II, so he believed he should be the emissary to the Morning Lord. Just because you oversee the crowning of the king doesn't mean granted such a privilege. Saint Markovia showed great sacrifice.
Everyone always seems to have infighting when it comes to power.
Saint Markovia, just to remind you, is the name of the abbey.
Didn't we
Right.
talk to her?
In a way, yes.
Yeah, she was in there. And then St. Andrew's bones were the bones that were taken from the...
Yeah, that was the one in
Vallaki.
Milwaukee.
Yes,
Vallaki.
that was the Church of Saint Andrew. Yep. The Church of Barovia was nameless.
All coming together.
But I put the name of the angel. Oh, I put the word placed there for some reason.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
there.
Hey, what wasn't there an item or something that was under that name too?
I don't think you've heard that name before. Ithuriel?
All right, not the angel, but like there was something involving the churches that Oh yeah, I that might have just been when referencing Esmeralda. Yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure what you mean.
I forget too.
Yeah.
Oh well.
He goes, "Oh, look at me lost in a history lesson, dwelling on the past."
You'd be surprised to know that we've seen St. Andrew's bones and talked to St. Markova.
Do you think yourself worthy to speak of such a prominent figure?
Well, circumstance can bypass worth.
I just think it's interesting that everything's coming together.
Places a hand on his chin. Goes, if Saint Markovia spoke to you, then you must have performed great deeds. Tell me, if you think you are worthy of fighting Strahd, how have you fought him thus far?
We're going to dinner with him in a couple of days.
Yeah, we're
We
not. I don't
have.
think we should mention that part. We have
We
not
have been-
openly attacked him, but we have weakened his allies. We have forced a hag coven to leave Barovia. We have defeated quite a few druids that wanted to just wreak havoc.
And like 2 of his wives.
And we really annoyed his wives.
And you have
One of which tried to steal the bones of St. Andrew.
and you seek a weapon prophesized by Madame Ava.
A few of them, but yeah.
I don't think you mentioned that.
The sword
but
is one
I'm gonna assume you did. You have
Yes. Yeah, we mentioned it.
you have the sigil.
Right after.
You have the sigil of the Morning Lord. Perhaps you are worthy to speak to Lord Argynvost. Very well. You'd find him near the beacon, at the top of the tower. If you light the brazier with silver flame. At this, the pseudo-dragon does a little flip in the air, and lets out a little puff of silver smoke.
Yep, think we can cover that.
Yeah, Grude's just like pointing at him, like, "You got this, dude."
Now, if you don't mind, this form is rather uncomfortable.
Dribble.
Perhaps in another century I can speak to someone else.
The beacon's here in the hold, right?
Yeah, he tells you if you go to the roof.
Yeah.
There'll be a tall tower.
What? A beacon? I assumed that was in the basement.
And also in the painting you saw a beacon at the top of the tower.
Right.
That was Argynvost.
Oh, I forgot to add that.
Yep. And he kind of distorts himself back into the original form of the painting, and he goes, "I wish you luck. You're going to need it."
Good luck.
Do you think if we break the windows that it would be impossible for him to come back? Not that I wish to, just a curiosity.
Those are saints, Vogelsuch. Don't disrespect them. Although, but Irina appears at the angel. He goes, "But if that is the abbot, then I wouldn't mind taking a crowbar to it. I'm not gonna lie."
Maybe we could just scratch out its eyes.
How do you believe an emissary of the Morning Lord followed so much from grace?
Corruption.
Believe- We learned that he's been hurt, or there's something missing that's in Ravenloft that we need to put back into him, either a broken heart or maybe when he gave the shard in the statue, it was too much for his form to bear.
Perhaps returning some of that holy divinity to him can remind him of who he once was. But he had said he's been here for centuries. I can imagine that can twist the souls of any being, even an angel. Still doesn't make it right, though.
It is weird thinking that there's a real angel over there, but he's over making flesh golems.
Made them for good intentions. What is a human body but merely a golem of meat and flesh anyway?
Esmeralda said, "Whatever he is now, he's twisted. He may believe he's doing the right thing, but he's doing evil things to do it. And if we don't restore, and if we don't find that artifact, then one of my friends is going to die."
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
Best hurry up then. I'm gonna actually move this curtain or whatever is in the back of the room.
Okay.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
It's a dressing room.
This room has a tiled floor and an iron bathtub filled with debris from the collapsed roof. A torn curtain hangs in an open doorway in the center of the east wall, which is just opened. It's a ruined bathroom. You know, right next to the prayers of the Saint Andrel.
With
Well, he
no
is a
door
bachelor.
to step in.
Repent.
Looks about the
Yeah.
same as
You
any
see the
bachelor staff
only
room.
toilet in Barovia smashed to pieces.
No wonder it's so hard here.
The beacon was atop of the tower, the building, so
Yep.
I suggest we head on up.
You can see there is
We go.
the room over here too that the ruins are that the rubble has partially blocked the path of.
But yeah, but I mean,
I'm just letting you know.
yeah.
I'd be a little worried going further south from here, given how destroyed it is on the floors beneath it.
Are you heading upwards?
Yep.
Let's take a quick short break.
And then up and away.
I'll wait for that loading screen.
Yeah.
For a while, we couldn't play video games during the loading screen because Namco had a damn patent on that. But then 20 years went by. Now we can do it again.
Oh, good. Yeah, that was a low blow.
But no one really does it anymore because loading screens are so fast.
Yeah, I missed that.
I mean, like literally, they're not really a thing anymore. If you have that like super fast SSD hard drive.
Yeah,
Which is
playing-
annoying at times when like the load screens have like quotations in it and stuff. I
Oh, you,
I was replaying Dragon Quest XI and there was like little things on there, pictures and stuff like that for the load screens, but it goes by in 2 seconds and you don't have enough time to read anything.
you know, like in Skyrim, it's like lore pops on the screen, but then automatically just loads. Right, I'll be right back. Yeah, I want to remind some of you that because it's easy to forget, you do have some magic items that gave you some spells. I think it's Minerva got the Twilight
Crest.
Crest. Yeah, it can do you can do Spirit Guardians, which is pretty useful if you're surrounded.
Yes, that is a good reminder.
And
I've got a mist.
The necklace can do a couple of things that are cool.
yeah, the necklace is it's really powerful. It can if someone gets knocked unconscious, it can bring them
Bring
back.
back the one.
Yeah, it can bring it back with 1 HP. It can make a holy aura around you that does extra damage when people attack within it. You can do a couple.
Lasts for 8 hours.
I can remove all status effects with an action.
Yep,
Oh,
it's a legendary item. And excuse me, and it cursed you.
it's cursed.
So if you don't find that missing person, it's gonna kill you.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It actually is.
Well, it's
You
not.
just got like a character ready from the backup.
It's not cursed. The priestess will curse you.
It's not a curse.
you.
It's just
Right.
gonna kill you if you don't do what it says.
Yeah.
That's not a curse. Your stomach tells you to eat. If you don't do that, same thing happens.
At least I asked before I took it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you did that, then it would have been instant.
Yep. I mean, she was right there. It seemed a little rude if I just stole it.
I mean, worse people could. They'd be like, haha, you're over there. You can't stop me.
Yep, and there were 2 corpses right there to show it.
You're in a cage. What are you gonna do?
Uh-huh.
There's so many NPCs. Don't hire any more sidekicks.
That sounds like a challenge.
Wait, we can hire more sidekicks?
And we'll see signs on the road that the streets are limited to a certain number of people at a time, and so you'll have to pick and choose which of your NPCs will follow you.
Anyway,
Carry on.
so you all climb up the spiral staircase to the roof. As the old wooden door creaks open, gray light floods the darkened landing, and a shimmering ethereal arrow pierces the stone floor before you. Your eyes trace its trajectory upwards and catch a glimpse of a spectral figure in the window of an upper tower, before it ducks down and vanishes from sight. See you basically up here.
We're friendly. We're friendly. Here, look, see? I'm holding up shield.
Is the arrow still in the floor, or is it spectral? So it's probably
Spectral.
corporeal.
Yeah.
Which is probably the worst thing you want as a projectile ammunition.
Probably.
But we'll go with it. Yeah, sure.
It's armor piercing.
We are not intruders.
Prove to us you are members of the Order.
Hold up my
Hold my thing. The shield. Or helmet, whatever one I got.
I think you got a shield.
Give me a persuasion.
Minerva fixed your helmet. It's on straight now.
Give me a persuasion check. Group persuasion check.
I was gonna be like,
I'm going to. Well, actually, what was I do? I was going to quote recite the carving that we found in the war room.
Okay.
If that can give help or something. Oh, we're doing a group one. Okay. Equation. I'm going to add a d6 to mine.
And you say the phrase.
16. Say what? Oh, you mean the inscription on? I was going to say the whole thing on the table. And I guess maybe the one for the ring.
Yeah,
I guess that would make more sense. From this to the end of days.
Yeah, you repeat the prayer, and then you get to the last part, and they go, "What did you say?"
I start over from the beginning of the prayer and recite the whole thing.
But do you know Commander Hornsgaard's password?
From this to the end of days?
They are truly
don't
knights
say it
of.
wasn't
They are truly knights of the Order. You are free to enter the tower.
Thank you, colleague.
You may greet Commander Hornsgaard at your leisure.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
So many shivers.
You know, this is a silly place. Let's just go.
Is that where the beacon is, too?
Yeah, you can tell this
Of course.
this area right here.
I was hoping it was like the eyes of that dragon on the roof.
That's not a dragon. That's actually Argynvost. He's just not moving.
Just a
Yeah, it's
fat
just a
gargoyle.
stone gargoyle. But yeah, you can see the extent of the damage here that the battle with Argynvost made. But yep, you start to climb the tower.
Is that a fadeaway, or is the stairs actually gone?
It's over here.
Vogelsuch, you don't have lungs.
Oh, I thought that's just what you say when you go up the stairs.
One stair.
Two stairs.
Ah, he's a vampire.
I'm gonna put you all.
Finally,
Gonna put you all here, but you are all kind of on the stairway.
I let my slinky go.
Okay. Everyone loves this.
So
I still
right.
love that movie, Ace Ventura 2, when he gets to the leaving the temple and he just like, one thing I have to do, and it's just the slinky going down the stairs.
Love that part.
But doesn't make the whole way. He's like, oh, try again.
Missed it by
Well, yeah.
this much.
It's one step.
Because didn't it take like an hour for it to go back down?
It was a lot of steps.
This calls for a music change.
Oh, I hope it isn't battle music.
For Acquisitions Incorporated, I was trying to pick a lot of the Kevin MacLeod's silent film score music that he's got in his library.
Here, this is my depressing undead music. The Vogel theme. Wooden stairs climb to the tower's peak, which has a stone floor and a 30-foot high pitched roof. 10-foot high, 5-foot wide arched windows are evenly spaced around the walls. Each window consists of lead latticework fitted with small planes of transparent glass. To the north and east lies a mist-shrouded valley with dark woods, a small town, and a lonely windmill on the precipice. To the south, a river flows through a foggy marsh. To the west, between rocky hills, you glimpse an abbey perched on a snowy mountainside beyond a long stretch of fog-smothered pines. And it's for the first, and obviously you're not in the room, so you can't take a good look, but like it gives you you finally get the impression of how small this valley actually is, where you can see the Abbey, Barovia. Well, actually, you're probably seeing Kresk. That's what the village is, but you can see the windmill. It's definitely pretty
there's
far
a forest
away.
in between us and the other ones.
Yeah. A small silver-plated gargoyle shaped like a dragon wormling and holding a tarnished brazier in its claws crouches on the floor just beside the staircase landing, its wings curled tightly towards itself. Not far away, a knight in old, rusted armor stands by the western window, looking out across the misted landscape far beyond. The blade of a tall, gleaming greatsword rests on the ground beside him, with one of the knight's rusted iron gauntlets resting on its hilt. Though his back is turned, this is what the man looks like.
Oh dang.
You
Hey,
thought,
those portraits were lying. He's not handsome at all.
yeah, this isn't the one of what you thought to be Lord Argynvost. This is definitely a different man.
Who wants to bet that it's Horns? God.
But everyone give me a stealth check as you climb the stairs to see if this man notices you.
Even though we're just outside yelling
Yeah.
at the people in the tower. And the window that he's facing, too, so.
I had disadvantage and I still got a 17.
Nice.
If we should, I can cause a woe to his roll.
Thanks for rolling off a 16.
Should this person's stealth check be woed?
I wouldn't bother with that.
Okay.
Hold that for something better.
Mm-hmm.
Say that now.
Stealth. Oh, that's dexterity, isn't it? Still.
Stealth is dex,
Yeah,
yeah.
Irina. For some reason, I think it was wisdom. I was like, what?
That's perception.
That's for seeing somebody stealthing.
Irina rolls a 21. Esmeralda rolls a 20.
They took their shoes off.
So we got 2 fails, 2 successes, or so you're 10, 12, 17, 17. Oh, that's perception. Vio, did you roll?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Oh, I see
It looks like the only 2 low ones underneath a 17 was Vogel and me.
Yeah, they roll pretty high.
I have shambly feet. It's not my fault.
You're literally walking on straw. How
So
can you?
the two nimblest life characters somehow make a lot of noise when
We bump into each other by accident.
yeah, you bump into to Vogel's scythe, and you grab the attention of the large man who turns around. The gauntleted hand tightens its grip around the greatsword's hilt. In the knight's deep, rasping voice pierces the silence. I don't know. Put the art back for the thing. Who goes there? It commands. Be warned. If you are thieves or assassins, know that you shall soon join your quarries in death.
We are not. We would have been stopped by your loyal guards long before we made it here, if that were the case.
Have you raised arm against members of the Order?
We have not.
Give me a persuasion check. Vogel.
14. I'm gonna add a d6 to it. 17.
17. Does align his grip on the sword, but he relaxes a little bit. The terrible sound of scraping metal fills the air, and the knight turns to face you, revealing a pale-skinned corpse with burning red eyes and sunken skeleton face. Now that you get a good look at him, his armor does resemble the other man in the painting that was standing beside who you believe to be Godfrey. Roommates.
They were roommates.
And
That
good
was
friends.
that was their room.
There was only one bed in there.
They shared.
One took the floor and the other took the bed, and
Yeah.
they swapped back and forth.
They had a schedule and everything.
It's schedules. Neither thieves nor assassins, and yet you are here. He narrows his eyes, and the blade of his greatsword glints dangerously. Tell me then, why the living have come to disturb the dead. Looking past Vogel, obviously, in this
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, well, he's kind of not really alive. Vogel, maybe you have something you could ask this man.
Perhaps you
Oh,
should
this is
get
gonna go
yourself- yes. Are you the one who killed me?
His eyes narrow. Were you one of Strahd's army? The one that slayed my men?
No, definitely not.
If so, then I slayed countless legions of you. That you raise from the grave and haunt me once more?
No. I do not.
Give me a persuasion check. You awakened something in him.
Yeah.
You hit a trigger word.
22, that was almost
22.
a 1. I butt in. I was like, I have no memory. This is why I have come to ask. If I were here to haunt you, I feel I would know that already. Have you been visited by any other such scarecrows? Straw men?
Scarecrow. You are not a soldier. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why do you
I
just...
myself seek answers, and my compatriots seek other answers. My question appears to have been unfortunately fulfilled. I will step back and let the living.
And Vogelsuch just walks out the front door.
I'm sorry, did you have a... What question was answered?
Did he kill him?
Is he the one who killed me?
That's it, okay. I thought maybe you...
It sounds like it's not awakening the bloodlust in Vogelsuch, so... Yeah, so...
Well, I was also, sorry to interrupt you two, but our compatriot here has no memory, but the only thing he was awoken with was a certain pendant.
Oh, I see what you mean. Not much of a question. I'll take out the pendant.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget I have this.
Bears the insignia of our order. Did you steal this, thief, after you claimed you weren't one?
It was put on me, or I've had it since I have awakened.
Scarecrow, are you a member of this order?
We came here to ask that to you.
I, again, have no memory.
Who is your enemy? He raises his sword to you.
The one who killed me.
That is the wrong answer.
But and also Strahd.
You seek to harm Strahd Reloaded.
Quick question to the DM. Were we told to not say that?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot, sorry.
Okay.
No.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Back to Vogelsuch. I say, the one who killed me.
Yeah, wrong answer. We have no enemy we seek.
He seems to calm down a moment.
I guess we've been sort of getting along with everybody.
That still doesn't answer
We're
the
not
question.
Strahd's enemy. He invited us to dinner.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
We're having a potluck. That's why we're
Wait,
here.
we were supposed to bring
What are
something?
you bringing to the potluck?
Oh, shoot.
I wasn't invited? Maybe Strahd isn't my friend after all.
He didn't invite me. But...
Let's just get all mean girls about this.
He said he loved my casserole.
And none forget your wieners.
He said my mini wieners were to die for. Was he lying? And he gets angry.
Well, you did.
Well,
That still doesn't answer the question that why you have disturbed me, the commander of Lord Argynvost army.
Seek an audience with Argynvost. Told he was still around.
What business do you have with an old spirit Let him sleep. Let him rest.
More questions.
What questions? He takes a step forward. What questions could you possibly need to know from Lord Argynvost?
Well, for one, I have the same question I asked you. Although I don't feel he would have been the one to slay me. He might know where to go next.
Again, you seem to believe that a member of my order slain you on the battlefield.
No.
The Order of the Silver Dragon only kill those that are unjust and unworthy.
I am merely undead, I can assure you that.
The only undead that roam these lands are the ones I sent away. Are you disobeying an order from your commander, then? Is that why you have the pendant?
Are you suggesting that I would be able to step back in here? If you had sent me away,
I believe it would be a
banished me and exiled me,
I believe it would be a foolish proposition.
I believe it would be an impossibility.
Only one is foolish enough to stay behind. That damned fool in the chapel. Look at him now, a prisoner by his own design.
He seems to not mind it.
None of my concern.
Yes, I can see that.
Especially how you brought him up.
It's not like I like him.
Yeah.
His eyes turn to you. What do you know of him? Did he send you?
Who did he turn to?
Everyone.
Yeah.
No. In
Vio
fact,
mentioned him.
all he mentioned was that you were an unstoppable warrior that only a fool would ever upset.
Give me a
And
deception.
that even Strahd himself could not kill you permanently.
Give me a deception check.
Uh,
8. Anyone else want to help him?
Anyone up there in Nigdom 1? Can I woe the other guy's roll when that happens?
Sure, you can try.
Okay, I'll try it.
Don't need to.
All right, what do you say?
Yeah, Minerva.
Nuh-uh.
How do you bet in? How do you interject after Vio kind of is at a loss for words?
Objection.
No, you.
You do. So Minerva will come in and say, like, it is quite hard seeing somebody you care about go against oaths. I know you said you don't care about him, but we did see a portrait in a room,
What are these words you speak of?
2 faces removed, but hands still clasped. I believe you still clasp your hands with his, even though he's tied downstairs. And he didn't send us, it was Brother Merrick that did. The one in the stained glass.
We talked to a window. He told us to come up here.
He believed we were worthy to talk to Argynvost.
There's 2 window ghosts? I don't know. One's fancy window, regular window.
He goes.
now we're into TMI.
He goes. Love. There is no room for love in the war
Insight
we fight.
check. Insight check.
You do an insight.
Love it. Oh, can we?
He continues.
Love.
Oh,
We are knights, born only to die in the battle against evil. This is how it has been, and how it will always be.
this is true. I see no one who could love you like that.
Lord
As
Godfrey.
Vogelsuch rolled a 4.
Lord Godfrey is a traitor.
He's a traitor. But you are the one betraying your heart.
Oh boy.
Grude got an 11 and Minerva.
Well,
got an
okay, so
18.
I have a 19, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming he still likes him, but he's just in a weird.
With a 19, you get the impression that he has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
See, gaslighting.
I'm that.
Minerva the matchmaker.
I think
I'm surprised.
you're pretty certain he's the one in the painting, though.
But there's no longer any feelings? Whoa.
Heartache to heartache.
We stand.
If,
All right,
if he
so
was
I
a
guess-
traitor, then why did he not abandon you?
But when you said the brother sent you with that natural 20, he seems to ease down. Your presence here is still confusing, and you've yet to answer my question of why you wish to speak to Lord Argynvost.
That is between us and Lord Argynvost.
I am his right hand. If you wish to address him, what little of him remains, then tell me what you seek.
As I said, answers to questions.
He raises a sword and bangs it against the ground. It echoes in the small room. Do not try and deceive me.
That's it. Should we mention her name?
If you got something, go for it.
Okay. We were originally led to ask him questions by a Madam Ava.
The fortune teller. All those years ago when we marched on the castle. She gave me the news that Strahd is transformed. What better prison than that of one of his own making? And she told you to seek out Lord Argynvost. Sorry, his voice is getting higher. It's very deep. He's a very deep man.
You seek out Lord Argynvost?
She told us about something that Brother Merrick called the Bright Sword. That we were to ask Lord Argynvost about it?
What use
Is
do you
that-
have of such a weapon? A weapon in the possession of the von Zarovich family, no less. Of the brother of my enemy. You see his anger's rising again.
Wish I had calm emotions.
You can tell you're walking on eggshells from this guy.
Oh, yeah,
I
right,
figured.
right.
He's so hard to deal with.
If only he had someone who cared about him.
Down, chained in a basement, or I guess the first floor.
Can I use animal friendship?
You're
Tame the
an,
beast within.
you're an animal,
Can we
Wolverine.
Can we polymorph him into an animal and then do animal friendship?
So he
What a
asks you what use you have with the sword. What you would plan to do with it.
What would any knight do with a sword?
Defend the weak.
Self-defense. That was a joke.
And why would you need a von Zarovich heirloom to do so?
Well, we've run into quite a few monsters this whole way. werewolves and possible angels.
Then use silver.
It is not as effective as one would think
Let
after
that-
all this time.
Let that cursed blade rest wherever it is, and may it never be raised against any of us.
Why would it ever be raised against you?
It is the weapon of von Zarovich.
No. It is the weapon of his enemies.
Of his brother, I hear.
I
Yes,
don't. They're
Indeed,
not very good. They're not very good family.
he longed for it.
Uh,
I heard rumors.
Was
he
there anything
loathed
about
his
this?
brother.
Was there anything about this in the book?
But the sword?
That and family members and stuff.
Well, he was
it's
jealous of
from
Sir Jay because Tatiana favored him instead of Strahd.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
this
talking
is-
about that
It's all
then.
a love triangle. That's it. That's all this is.
And it could go deeper than that, but that's what he was most public about.
Okay. Just considering what we can like tell him about or something.
Give me a persuasion check.
Nah, I just rolled off a 20. 14.
Just enough. It is true that von Zarovich never wielded the sword in battle.
In his current position, he wouldn't be able to, would he?
What are you then? Treasure hunters? Adventurers? Grave robbers? Why would Lord Argynvost converse with that kind of sort?
If we were not worthy to talk to Argynvost, would he not just reject us outright?
We've talked with Saint Markova, and
We have come
she
all
seemed
this
to think
way.
we were okay.
You think yourself special then?
All just trying to play our role in this whole world of fate. We just keep being led to different places, and one of those places is to wherever this sword is at.
He finally loosens his grip on his sword.
All right, now take the sword.
Push him out the window.
If the fortune teller gave you directions, speak to Lord Argynvost. Then she is a woman I respect. And so it shall be done.
We humbly thank you.
He starts to walk towards the staircase. He eyes you, Vogel. As for you, don't know if you were an enemy or an ally, whatever life you lived.
Vogelsuch is looking.
He goes,
Is he waiting for a
No,
response?
not
I don't understand.
no, sorry, I was trying to think what to say, but he says,
Yeah.
but pray our paths do not cross again before I sense no good in you.
As you are not the one who killed me, I have no reason to cross you or your paths again. You needn't worry.
Satisfy your curiosities, and don't bother me again. Then leave this place. And he kind of forces his way past you all, his armor clanking. Good job. You rolled high enough not to anger him too much.
Hooray!
Huge sigh of like,
Yeah.
Becca was, really,
I'm surprised he doesn't love him anymore. Did you pick up on that?
that whole thing was like, I don't know what to say. And then I thought about saying the wrong thing, and then I didn't. But in my head, I definitely did.
The blood stops flowing when you expire.
Esmeralda goes, I didn't sense anything from him. Like, trust me, I can tell when someone likes someone. It's like a fourth sense. Fifth sense, whatever it is.
Is she eyeing Arena as she says that? Yeah, I could totally sense it. Yeah.
I read the fanfiction. It's like, Vogel, you said you have no memories of your past life. Like, who knows what
That
he's
is
forgotten
correct.
after all these centuries. Nothing but rage driving him.
Is unhealthy.
And Irina goes, whatever he loved, he's just forgotten.
But I feel like Godfrey hasn't. To explain why he's so chipper being chained the way he is in the first floor.
Might
He
be
couldn't.
might be worth speaking to him.
Yes. And to explain why he can't bring himself to go through with his exile.
What did he say to light the brazier?
This little fellow.
Yeah, little dragon dude. It's your time to shine.
Does a little flip. Little sense of happiness. And he goes to the brazier. Little puff of smoke, silver smoke. Let's make sure that that's nothing special. A silver ember flickers within the metal wormling's eyes. One of its claws twitches, then another. A low rumbling sound, like distant thunder, emanates from deep within it, and its silver wings flex and spread wide, the light in its eyes intensifying to a radiant silver glow. Its mouth moves, its whispering hiss seeming to echo in the enclosed space. It says the following.
Five more minutes.
Too soon. Too soon, Executor. You awakened me too soon.
Are you my Chinese food?
He says, are you the one that killed me? That's right.
Didn't expect that, did ya?
No, it says, in common, when the dragon dreams its dream within its rightful tomb, the light of Argynvost will beam and rid this land of gloom. And you see a vision, a flash of imagery of a dragon's skull somewhere in Castle Ravenloft. And then as instantly as it appears, it fades. And the dragon returns to its original position.
Dragon skull somewhere in Castle Ravenloft.
How many things do we need to pick up from there now?
We need to bring bags.
Take a shopping cart.
I need a
We should
cart.
probably find the bag of holding. Yes.
Irina goes, don't worry, I've been making a list of all the things that we need to do.
It takes it out. It's one of those comically long ones
Yeah.
that just rolls on the floor and down the stairs.
I
And
hope
then
they're all in the same room next to each other.
Yeah.
And that guy screams up, "Your list! Hit me in the head!"
That's it.
I saw Strahd's name on it. I'm attacking.
This is what he said.
Why do these always have to be in some sort of rhyming?
So we need to return the
Puzzle.
skull of Argynvost to light the beacon. And then what?
Well,
That's gloom.
the land will be rid of the gloom.
So, does that mean that Argynvost cursed Strahd or the land with the fog? Is he the
Perhaps.
origin of it?
Yeah.
Unless-
Arena shakes her head. He goes, "No, he was killed long before the. He was killed before the mist came. Something the knights said in the Argynvost's journal, telling of how he's a beacon of hope.
He is merely beloved enough to, well, unless the gloom is not the literal fog, but the gloom of the denizens of the land.
Like a metaphor.
Denizens,
Yeah.
denizens.
Emotional gloom.
As Esmeralda says, imagine one of the very center of Barovia, a shining beacon. Says if that doesn't raise the hope of the people, I don't know what will. And if we return
Light
his
in the
skull,
sky.
it might put his spirit to rest. And Irina pipes up. Sorry, Mark, I'm doing a thing.
You're good.
And Irina says, it's like, and maybe put the rest of all these spirits. And she kind of turns to Vogel. That might mean you as well. If you are linked to this place.
If I could be put to rest without needing to kill in vengeance, then so be it. But I do not plan on it.
But where is its rightful tomb? Do they mean here or somewhere else?
This is a beacon. And this is where he presided. And where he was killed.
So there is a little more exploring some areas that you didn't go to.
On
Oh,
third
here
floor?
it is. It's the tomb. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the map.
And we looked everywhere on first and second floor, but there was the ruined third. We didn't go in.
Correct.
If we turned a corner, we'd see a giant dragon skeleton without a head.
Yeah. Here, I'll bring you to that map. So you explore the grounds. You look at the painting of Argynvost Holt, and you see that there is a graveyard that's fenced off down here. But you'll need to pass by the cathedral again if you wish to speak to Godfrey.
I mean, we could just go outside and climb the fence. I'm not against that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind talking to Godfrey, just not Hornsgaard.
Yeah, you don't see him when you descend.
He auto spawns back at the top.
Yeah, he spawns back up.
He's probably sitting in the chair above the.
But why would he sit there? All he'd see is just Godfrey chained up.
Yeah, he's not there.
Just like in a slash fiction.
Oh.
So if you want to go through the cathedral, you can. If you want to go behind and jump the gate, you can do that.
I would
Anybody
like
who doesn't want to talk. Go ahead.
Let's go to Godfrey. If we want to, we can jump the gate on the way back. I don't know why we would, but we can.
Make a
Very
quick
well.
escape.
Why are we going there again?
We need to find a tomb. We have not found a tomb.
I just wanted to show you that
There
there
is
is.
a building beyond the graveyard.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you that there is indeed a tomb.
Yeah.
There are several graves that look to be either undug or never had bodies in them.
And we're looking for the dragon-shaped one.
Or
But
the
on the
one
way,
that's called Vogelsuch, although that was not my name in a past life.
And so you enter the cathedral. You see Sir Godfrey, still wrapped in his black razor vines, chained to the two pillars. I see you've returned. Did you get
yes,
that? Did you find Lord Argynvost? Did you find what his spirit desires?
actually, yes. Well, at least I believe we all saw the same thing. We need to bring him home.
His remains were desecrated when we awoken.
And we're gonna go find the rest of those remains and bring them back.
We buried the dragon's bones in the mausoleum. His head gestures to the doorway here.
We were wondering about that.
But the skull was sent away.
It is in his castle.
Yet another sin committed by Strahd Reloaded.
There do seem to be quite a few of them.
He disrespects our lord. But a mere trophy to him.
Speaking of things that are important to people, how... Oh. Do you... Oh, I'll just come out and say it. We found a painting of you and someone else.
What do you speak of? No paintings of me exist in this cursed place.
Well, the face was removed, but it's still very recognizable. You're more than just a pretty face, Sir Godfrey.
Do you mock me?
No, but I am trying to make light. I'm curious, because we have talked to Hornsgaard about this specifically.
I told you to avoid him.
He was standing right beside Argynvost, so it was very hard. But we did talk to him. As hard as it was, we kept it to just talking.
We
And he
didn't
left
annoy
us
him enough.
alone. Yes. But something I wonder is, when talking to him, he seems to have forgotten any other feeling outside of hatred and anger. Do you have any other feelings left in you?
My commander, I once held him in great respect until he forsake his order.
Then why are you still here?
His arms kind of tighten. For my hatred of von Zarovich. Since he still walks the land, we are all cursed. This undead. And Commander Hornsgaard refuses to slay him by his own hands. All he has to do is march upon the castle, and we will be free from this torment.
Well, maybe if we get the skull back, maybe he.
Strahd killed
do
Strahd killed so many. He slew Argynvost. He slew Hornsgaard. His dusk elf skewered me in the back. Armies and armies descending upon the land. That's what keeps me here, what keeps my hatred alive. I'm a reminder of his failures. And I will never, ever be free of it.
Can I do an insight check to see if he doesn't like him anymore either?
Yeah.
We need to get Minerva some more romance books or something.
Well, it's heartbreaking that they like obviously liked each other, but then this whole tragedy is absolutely like it's like it never even happened.
You're getting
Then
the
he-
impression that they don't even have a memory of them having any feelings. Like, it's not that they say they lost it. It's like it never existed.
Oof.
But it's not that they're just denying it, you know? It's just that
Yeah, they're not like hiding it, and it's
Yeah.
like a weird like we gotta get them to admit it. It's like no, it's like it's literally like it was removed or like erased.
What is love?
a
Baby, don't hurt.
miserable pile of secrets.
Glad one of you said it.
You know, I played Symphony of the Night recently on PlayStation 4, and they changed that line. They re-recorded and everything. They did like a new translation.
Wait, for what?
The what is a man?
I'll tell you later.
Oh.
But okay, well,
As he's saying this, the vines are like spreading around the pillars and like on the floor around him, like it's becoming more and more intense. And like it's like it's like piercing into his skin as he's doing so.
And then, hey, don't worry. You will have your vengeance. We'll bring Argynvost back. Everything will be nice. It just calm down.
Just calm down. That's always works.
Then I ask of you one more favor. Travel to Castle Ravenloft, retrieve the skull of my lord, and return it to rest.
We were already planning on it. Argynvost himself asked us to.
The vines begin to recede a little bit, but he's still chained.
I'm hoping that this will help free you from this curse.
Free me. Hopefully it will end me. Too long have we lived this unlife in this cursed land. We all deserve rest.
Can I say something to you? It's something that Argynvost said to us. I'm wondering if you've heard of it before, if any of it rings true. And so I'm going to say when the dragon dreams its dream within its rightful tomb, the light of Argynvost will beam in this land of gloom to him.
Cryptic, but poetic. Clearly it means his remains must return to the mausoleum. Perhaps
Good.
it would light the beacon once more. For it was Argynvost's will and radiance that shined across the land. He gives a little smirk. But as for the mist, I believe nothing but the death of the devil would undo it.
one thing at a time.
Maybe we'll be lucky enough and it's enough light to burn Strahd. If not, it's a nice little just imagine that for a while and
Only
make
sunlight.
yourself happy.
Only sunlight can harm what he has become, and he has blocked out the sun.
Unless there was a sword made of it.
Don't tell me you still seek it out in that accursed temple. You know, I gave you fair warning what lies within. Only deception and lies.
Something tells me that he doesn't want anybody to find that thing, so that would be the best place to put for him to hide it.
And if it
Yeah.
means an end to all this, maybe it'd be worth some deception and lies, short term for a long term win.
No, we don't plan on staying there.
Perhaps you weren't so truthful as we spoke before, and you would forgo your honor for power. I won't judge you too harshly.
Well, when
He'll
we
be disappointed.
He kind of
When we
eyes.
return-
He kind of eyes the pocket that has the amber in it.
it's just glowing amber
Yeah.
on the And I will do my best to prove you wrong.
All right, that is kind of it for him.
Throw holy water in his face as we walk off.
There's really no reason.
Run!
And
Like DoorDash. I'll get you, adventurers. But
anything
yeah,
else you need from here, Vogel?
yeah,
What was
roll.
that?
Anything else you need from here?
Not from this room. Perhaps the graveyard has piqued my curiosity.
Off
I
to
would
the
like to-
graveyard then.
Yeah, I would like to go off and just scan the graves, see if I recognize a name.
He can be doing that while Minerva's annoying Godfrey.
Writing a fanfic in the corner.
Tucked behind the mansion is a fog-shrouded cemetery, enclosed by a 7-foot-tall fence of wrought iron. In the northeast corner stands a mausoleum.
Anything in the graves themselves before we head to the mausoleum that
You notice that some of the graves have definitely been dug up, but there's no sign of any corpses.
undead grave robbers?
None of the any of the names on them though don't mean anything to you.
In this case, we'll take a look at the mausoleum. If there's
Okay.
anything of note there.
Tarnished silver-plated gargoyles shaped like dragon wormlings cling to the stone-tilted roof of this mausoleum. An 8-foot-tall, 4-foot-wide white marble door set into the southwest wall is engraved with the name Argynvost. The interior of the mausoleum is dark and dusty. You see 4 empty alcoves with raised floor. Etched into the far wall is a verse written in Draconic. And
I do not speak Draconic.
I do not.
Not I.
I wonder what this means.
it says, "Do not enter."
I'll go ahead and I'll cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
You can also understand any written language you see, but must be touching the surface.
It says, Here lies the bones and treasures of Argynvost, Lord of Argynvost Holt, and founder of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
I'll let everybody know what that says. Now, this definitely seems to be his tomb. Is good to confirm.
See a chalk outline of a dragon skull. You don't see that as a joke.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Chainsaw.
Surrounded by police tape.
Yeah. Irina says to you, Vogel, I don't think we have any answers here anymore, Vogel. I'm sorry.
As I said earlier, it is one less thing I can check off my list of places. Process of elimination will eventually yield to one.
Perhaps restore Argynvost will give you some answers.
Hopefully.
It also sounds like you might be put to rest, if the rest of the spirits are. Hope you're okay with that.
As I said, I think I would be. I have no qualms about it. I've got hay fever, excuse me.
Just imagine Vogelsuch just like, oh, I have no problem with that, and just starts screaming.
No, I sneezed.
Wait up.
Probably didn't get catched up. Probably didn't hear it over the mic.
I've never thought of death before. That's pretty terrifying. But you, if you have no other business here, you quietly leave Argynvost Holt. And you think you see from the tower the silhouette of a broad-shouldered, armored individual look down at you.
Glare, glare, glare.
Glare, glare, glare. Wait, that's Barovia. We'll go to...
I don't recognize that place.
No, that was the village of Barovia. I'll take you to Barovia.
Oh, yeah, that was a while ago.
So, before we end, where would you guys like to head to? Because you have about 2 days to prepare for your dinner, with no immediate destination. You can get basically anywhere within a day's walk.
Would we want to go somewhere to prepare, or would we want to...
How long until that lady has to give her heart up?
It was at least a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's set up that we could do the mission with the dinner. That's how that's set up.
Yeah. I was checking to make sure, like, do we need to collect the stuff and things to save her before the dinner, or can it wait until after?
Well, I mean, we don't even really know what we need to bring for this dinner or anything. I guess, okay, this kind of sucks, but, like, maybe we should ask the abbot, because he's the only one who goes there kind of regularly. Of, like, what do we do when we're there? Like, how do we be hospitable?
How do I be a lady?
When he's training the other lady bot. I don't know.
Hey. Just thinking My Fair Lady.
Roses supposes.
Come on, Dova.
Roses supposes erroneously.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
What's a Spain?
It's a silly name for a country. Yeah.
But you know that I believe the carriage be waiting for you near one of the gates of Ravenloft.
What's the point in that? That's like carrying us 100 feet.
Why not? Huh. Let the dogs rest up for a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
it might be good if he knows where you are, though, so he just sends a carriage your way. Yeah.
No. Hey, no, let's not let him know that. We'll walk to him.
So, going to Barovia is a bit out of the way. But do you want to return to Berez, the winery, Valaki? The tower is a little bit dangerous to go to.
If we go back
Yeah.
to the winery, we could check in with the Raven folk.
Okay.
And in case we need to, do anything with them, as we are going to be in a dangerous situation.
And you have at least 2 days to,
Yeah.
That would be a cool place. Cool place to go.
Okay.
As the only other person we could even talk to, like you said, is the abbot. Try to convince them to either help, give it advice or information or something. Because
just
everything else we need to do is south, which is where a lot of bad things are, and we might be late for lunch.
we
So,
have just enough time to enter the talent contest to win enough money to save Blinksy's toy store.
exactly 10,000 gold pieces. So, also, this is Mount Gakis down here, which, is the location of the Amber Temple and the village of Mountain Folk.
Yep.
Where we're told to get the spear for. So,
Which we have to pass Berez to get to, and somewhere in between there in the mountain is Lasaga.
yeah, that would be.
I don't think we know exactly where.
I think. Where's Krezik? Or no, Berez.
Berez is directly south of us.
Oh yeah, Berez. I said before, I got confused. Kresk is the one you go to. Berez is the ruins. Yeah, so this is this is the swampy area where Berez is.
Yeah, and we ran into one of her underlings. We've heard that she's to the south in the swamps and stuff. We don't know where.
Yeah,
but
easy enough to avoid.
Right. Oh well, you say that now.
I think
The
the
D20 you're going to roll as we travel is going to say otherwise.
I think Dimitri maybe would have mentioned that the Wolfsbane is gathered near there. That uses for his potion. Okay, so you want to head to the winery to rest up tonight?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that would be the best.
All right. I will let you know about next week, because I did say I wanted a week to prepare, but since we had a few off nights, I actually used that time to kind of read up.
Okay.
But
You
I
just
will.
let us know.
I will let you know.
We did
Okay.
it! We solved the mystery of Vogelsuch not knowing things.
Now we know
Wait a
things.
minute.
Turns out his secret was he always not knows things.
And other people also don't know things.
But now we have, a cool silver dragon ghost that we're gonna find.
Yep. Just
Do you have a full body of Irina for the?
of the
Oh
art.
no. Are you going to? Are you?
Oh, there it is. I found it. There.
Should be
No.
in,
Pin-up calendar.
should be in
Don't
references.
show the artist a reference.
No, because it was looking in the handouts, but it was an NPC's named.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Oh, do I not have her art in like this art? I'll post it in Discord.
Yeah, it's there, but I may be doing my own fan art of Esmeralda.
My
and-
own interpretation.
Oh boy.
I guess I didn't put the fan art in references. I can put that in there though.
You did. I just put it. It was. I was looking in the
Oh yeah,
the reloaded handouts, not down in the NPCs, and now I found it.
I must put it in the wrong place. I'll put it in the right place.
You gonna dress any other than goblins?
That's me.
Oh yeah.
We had an entire talk about
I
this.
forget who draws what.
And no.
Here, I'll put it in. So this is one of the first things I did. 32 episodes. Can you believe it?
Can I say no?
I can't count that high, so no.
We're almost at the halfway point.
I think Witchlight was 24.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is without no question. This is going to be the longest campaign I've run
Longest campaign you've ever run so far.
so far. I don't know if you count Icespire Peak and then the follow up because I had the same characters. That was like 65, I think, if you add them all together.
Okay.
But it lasted like almost 2 years.
Well, we're gonna make sure that it at least feels like the longest campaign.
Yeah,
You'll feel twice as long. Your next...
I guarantee it. I actually don't know how long this will go. I kind of asked the Reloaded Discords, like, hey, like, what do you think the halfway point is? And they said, like, maybe the dinner, but it kind of depends on how much you
How much people have done.
how much
yeah.
you do, yeah.